I'm the pipeline manager here. So on site I deal with the compliance with the pipeline licence, the construction safety case, and also deal with the management of the contract with McConnell Dow. Newcrest is the proponent. We're building a gas pipeline for them in relation to a transport facility from gas from Badari through to the Telfer mine. Essentially, at the end of the day, we will own the pipeline and operate the pipeline, and Newcrest will put gas through our pipeline. There are two major safety issues out here unique to Western Australia. One, remoteness, and two, heat stress.
Everybody's got to carry their water bottles, and obviously everyone's fitted out with air-conditioned cars, and provisions are made for guys if they get too hot to obviously take breaks every hour for 10 minutes and that sort of stuff.
We've had days, basically every day, over 40 degrees, high humidities, and the resting of people in those environments is very important.
You just have to watch yourself. Don't overextend yourself like work, but also take breaks. We have a break probably whenever Kevin and I have a system going where if you're feeling thirsty in the mouth like I am at the moment a little bit, it's probably been 10 minutes since I had a drink, so we'll just save drinks.
Maintaining people with water during the day is certainly important as well to combat heat stress related issues.
From a safety point of view, you're checking the trench for whether it's safe for people to get into, to check the material of the trench for lowering in regards to lowering in the pipe, making notes that whether there's correct bunting and protective para-webbing around open ends of trench and bell holes.
The safety is number one. It is a very serious thing, and there's a motivation for continual improvement in safety throughout the pipeline project. Being a remote site, the communication is via a satellite link. There are no hard telephone lines out here. The satellite link, you can probably see in the background, is provided for all communications, be it voice, data and computer links. That's our main life source to outside. Communications along the pipeline is via radio, UHF radio. The radio communications, we've set up 8 repeater stations along the site. Every 50 kilometres there's a new repeater station, so that the radios in the cars and vehicles can communicate from one end of the project to the other. Over 400 k's we have 3 campsites, campsite 1, 2 and 3. The first camp is set up and everyone moves into campsite 1. As the project progresses, a fly camp, or basically the core of the camp, which is the mess facilities, the office facilities and the sanitary facilities are all set up. As the project progresses, the accommodation facilities will move along the project and leapfrog each other from Camp 2 to Camp 3. The guys on the job are actually accommodated close to where they're working at the time because it is a transient project.
Our basic is 28 days on and a week off at home, and you get a day each way for travelling. And then that 28 days you work 7 days a week, 10 hours a day.
We are a remote site out here, so basically the self has to contain everything. So everything from getting up in the morning, having your cereal, having your milk on your Wheat Bix, to going to bed at night, putting your clothes in the washing, having a shower, toothbrush, somewhere to buy your Panadol if you're going to have a headache at night, whatever. Everything has to be self-contained within this site. When the site's left here, there's a commitment to make sure that the site looks as though it originally looked, and it's returned to its native environment. So there shouldn't be anything left here on site.
Not only are we in charge of the environmental side of things in regards to looking after the soils and so on, if there's any spills and that sort of thing. But we also have to look after the fauna, which is the animals that fall into the trench. A majority of the species we get geckos, lizards, that sort of thing. We do get a lot of snakes as well. I walk around about 9 kilometres to maybe 14 k's a day.
There are a lot of traditional owners around the place. Currently we're approaching the Matu land area and we're planning a corroboree for later on in the month. The Aboriginal workers come in, they work on the pipeline project, and they also monitor for cultural heritage significant sites.
Thanks, Rush. See you then, Roger. Yep. Catch you again. Yep.
It's a major project. Getting from point A to point B at the end of the job is very rewarding. You see the project progress from its start to the end, and just the general camaraderie between the guys and all the blokes that are working on the job is a good atmosphere to work in.
Every day it's a new challenge. It's not a mundane factory job or anything like that. There's new country, new people to meet.
It's the freedom of it. You're out here, and the fact that I'm doing something, I'm helping something as well. So nature, I suppose, and helping that, it's really good.
We have had some tough times at the start of the project. We've had heat to deal with, we've had industrial issues, we've had cyclones, we've even had a bushfire that came close to the camp. We're really kicking into completing this project.